So this is one of my favorite looks for the holidays, where we have a car with a Christmas tree on it. So let me lay down. I'm gonna do a cute pink color because I love pink holidays. This is kind of a transparent one, as you can tell. You could lay down a solid white if you want. I just like the contrast over like a neutral with a fun, whimsical design. It's just kind of fun, but again, do whatever you want as a base color and then go ahead and cure it. I'm using a brush that's really thin this way because I feel like with clients' nails, I can get really tight up in here to their cuticle in a way that I don't have to pull out a more detailed brush. So that's why I like this brush to apply potted full cover color. I'm gonna do a little something extra with this tree on the car, and I'm gonna make it a snow globe, inside a snow globe. So I want contrast to the background. So I'm laying down a matte top coat. You wouldn't have to do this step if you weren't gonna do the snow globe option. So let's start with that half circle. I'm going to focus on keeping it a little smaller, like I said, than I initially would, because we're putting it inside the snow globe. So I trace the edges, and now I'm just using the product on my brush and from those edges and pulling it to distribute so things don't get too thick. And get just a little more product on it, and I'm gonna start outside the car a little, or that half circle, and pull across and create a really oblong oval. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cure that tiny line. And then I'm gonna arch over, following the shape of that bug. And then I'm just going to cross over the bottom. So it's essentially a quarter of a circle. Mirror that on the other side. Halfway on one of our tires, and then down and over, same thing, halfway. That wheel will be, and I just pull straight up. And now I'm gonna cure this. Let's go ahead and add some hubcaps to our bug. So just some white gel right in the center of those wheels and straight up. And I'm gonna cure. Do a single line, a little more product on my brush. I'm gonna start at the center and fan out. Fan out kind of in a messy way, in a shorter lengths up here at the top. And then down here, we're gonna make it a little bit longer. Now at this point, don't be afraid to overlap. So we have the basis shape of our tree. I'm gonna flash cure this and show you how to add a little bit more detail. I'm just gonna go in and do a couple, like a line through the center and a little bit down the sides. It's just giving it a little bit more detail, a little bit more dimension. So let's add the little bit, what do we call this, the stump. I'm gonna do a slight triangle, but nothing too wild. You can just kind of see that is the bottom of our tree. I just mixed that same brown I used for the tree stump with a little bit of white to create this base. And then the last element of the snow globe before the actual snow globe is just a little bit of white snowflakes coming down to fit inside it. And I'm just gonna trace the outline of my snow globe, and I can let a little be on the inside here. I'm just looking for almost like I'm creating edges. Taking product on my brush. This is the 3D gel that doesn't require a top coat. It can be a top coat on its own. And now I can just distribute this, and those little edges outline I made will keep it contained a little bit. So right now it's just a little 3D. We can see that snow globe. If you want it more 3D, just pop a little more gel in the center. And there is our car with a Christmas tree inside a snow globe. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Hillary Dawn Herrera, and I hope you have fun with all these products and ideas and go make it your own magic.